Look at it right now. The final BO1 of group play is underway. I'm excited. Let's finish off today.
Yeah, it did feel like this CT-sided start was going to be really important. The the team that gets it. It's been a knife round for each and every one, right? So, yeah, Neo and his boys starting off on that CT end, I think, is a really big deal here. We'll see. Maikelele, they've had some time. That's one of the big things. So perhaps bending us towards Mirage and indeed getting something prepared. Looks like the pistol is there. Boros on the P250. Rallen with a quick headshot. No frags yet, but a lot of damage dished onto the CT end. First frag is for Forest. Second one's for Olof. Freiburg looking for one. Can't quite get it, but the bomb has hit the deck with so many gaps here in all these smokes, down to just 2 T players, and now just one. Maikelele, the captain himself, trapped at Firebox, has to battle his way out. Certainly not impossible. Down to just Neo. Oh, it's such a battle. Freiburg trying to maybe call along. Neo, this is also weird from here. He's run out of ammo. Actually, Maikelele, what are you going to do? This bomb is down. He's so very low. The tap's coming in. They're both so low. Oh, my goodness. 1 bullet on Maikelele. 2 on to Neo. And it is that final bullet to get it finished off. The pistol goes the way of Team Neo.
Oh, what a hilarious 1v1. Captain versus captain. And Neo is better on this time around. What a wild 1v1 that was to start off this final BO1 of the day. Fantastic stuff. Close, tight. Forest got 2. Freiburg probably should have got 1, but not to be. In the end, Neo recovers all of it after a, has to be said, a nice try from Maikelele. Boris back in the server. What can he do with his Galil? What can he do with it? Instant headshot toward Tudson. Olaf plays around the smoke toward mid, gets 1. But gets immediately traded by Rallen, and that's a shot and a half from Mouse. Drops an M4 towards short. And just like that, Team Maikelele could already find a way back in.
Indeed, they will all fall. The force buy comes true, so that close nature that we were talking about coming into this game is already showing its head. Of course, going to be the return force from Team Neo. Pretty much the worst possible spot to be in financially, right, is losing that second round force buy. So we'll see. Team Maikelele, they've got a chance to really streak ahead on this T side, and that's pretty valuable, I feel, at this point.
Very valuable. Of course, not really, as we saw in the last game, with Team Pasha versus Team Neo. Pasha was sort of playing with pride, going to get one more win. And in this situation, Team Neo are playing to stay unbeaten. And for, obviously, both these two teams playing for bragging rights at the top of the group. To say, I was the best in the BO1s. Tudson gets 1, almost a second. His first shot was very, very nice. But in the end, as Neo tries to hop away, can't manage it in the end, but Forrest is still here. That's a dirty shot toward Mouse, now playing a tight line towards the apartments angle, looking for at least one more shot, but couldn't recover it. Olaf spots the player in window, and that's dinked him down to 10 HP. That's going to be a touchdown, no doubt about it. And now, with one player in Boris and 10 HP as well, you never know, because Olaf has managed to pick up that gun toward window. He's made the jump in toward ladder room, but of course Devil Walk is hearing every single thing about this, and he's got the line, and that will be Team Maikelele in the lead at 2-1.
Still some decent damage, right? The eco will come out here from Team Neo, so keeping it close. Not quite as far a spread as it would look. Really telling in these early rounds. I mean, getting your claws in early is very, very important. Bit of experience on a different map as well as we break into the BO3s over the weekend. I think that will really start to separate some of these teams out, and you know, we maybe have a few, Kenny S's team especially, right? Very fast, very aggressive, and once you get used to that, it might be harder to pull off the same sort of consistency, etc. So
yeah, and the BO3s
really interesting how the BO3s go, but getting the reps in is pretty important.
Indeed. Olaf has a little bit of a point or a ping at the ground, perhaps, to say I want to be boosted here rather than a bit closer. But it should be an easy round for Team Maikelele here. As something wild happens. Boris towards short, himself another kill to add to the tally. He might even turn out to be one of the best rated players in this event, even though he might not have played every single game. Pretty insane. And the young gun, flanked towards short, comes in from the Boris is too aware. And when I say too aware, even checking the boost on sight, a dirty final headshot to give himself 4 kills on the anti-eco. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, the big man Boris, we've not caught him for a little while, right? But obviously he was looking pretty damn good earlier on in the day. Now we'll see. This one is a real difficult round, I feel like, for Team Neo, and oh my goodness, the weight behind it. Maikelele, with all this utility, going to go speeding down middle. 2 players on the other side of Con. One over the smoke, going to go down, and the other needs to find this trade. He will do so. Yeah, very important for Tudson to get that Rallen left low here as well, so not quite, you know, the crazy, big, massive play they were looking for. However, kill and some information is always valuable for that T side.
Yeah, that's I definitely know where Tudson is now residing. And about the connector jungle window area. Boris playing in the smoke again. And the bomb's going around toward A ramp, so I think it's going to be an A play, an A pinch. 2 con, 2 ramp. Freiburg's going to be in trouble. But he now has help from CT by his old mate Forrest. But doesn't matter if you get help when Boris does that to you. That is absolutely disgusting. Once again, living up to the hype that I keep bringing up. Boris holding into the smoke and get mollied off once again. Has to show presence towards CT. 3v4. Looks like this site's been cracked open and might be cracked closed by Team Maikelele.
Certainly looks that way. Another one falling here, so now just a battle of survival, really. Only 19 seconds. No way without a kit they can make it back in at all, even if they wanted to. So yeah, you can feel the stakes a little bit higher, though. The saving coming out early. There is an element of, you know, futility. Like, why would you even try? But still. So there you are. 4 rounds now. T-side looking pretty good. They've got a game plan. They've got an idea of how to approach this one. It could be a fast roll. Team Neo, since the pistol, really not doing an awful lot of anything. That's a pretty dominant rifle win, in fact. So, yeah, this is, early on, this is a pretty solid T-side from Team Maikelele.
This is an important start, of course, as well. As you say, to look at that money early on. Already it's looking very solid. 3 players on near 6k. Looking very tasty indeed. What can Team Neo change up now on Mirage to wrestle it back in their favour? Of course, Team Neo do have Tudson, one of the, of course, young gun, probably very consistent FPLers back in the day, of course, as well. And Team Maikelele in that camp have players like Boris and Rallen and Mouse as well, I would imagine. Very high game count, let's put it that way. Constantly playing, looking to improve and stay sharp. In this one with a minute to go, though, they've taken mid in its entirety. And Tudson just holding for some ladder of aggression. Boris could get spammed with that smoke. There's a gap in the right-hand side of it, and Freiburg has no clue about that. 4v4, Tudson taking Rallen, looking for more, and that hits a lovely double headshot toward Mouse. Drops the bomb in mid. He'll try and smoke himself off and stay alive. But not,
Couple nades going down, though, and Maikelele will find a kill with the rifle as well. He can do it all with all the guns. Boros going to pick up Forrest, and now just Olaf Meister. A great little spin. Mid-round is absolutely massive from Team Maikelele. Looking good for Neo there for a second, but it was a fleeting second. Now the big man, they might not even commit to B. He's making his way over, but he's also going to make noise and get caught off. They were looking for an A play. Up to 5 very quickly indeed. This is worrying stuff, I've got to be honest.
Yep. 3 kills from Maikelele. It's very nice. Very nice recovery from him. That grenade to deal with Tudson was the best part of that one for me. It lured a second player out to try and instantly trade him once they got that information of where Maikelele was hiding, but he also took that frag too. And of the captains, I've got to say, of the games we've watched today, Maikelele is definitely up there in terms of best performer. I would say so far my MVP of the day is probably Boris, as we see him entry toward the B-bomb site again. There's no doubt Boris is just loading the servers at the moment against whatever roster he plays against. See if he can keep it up. Should be able to do fine here against the pistols. Brolin gets caught, looking the wrong way. It's a bit nervy, it's a bit scary. He fluffs his grenade, he fluffs his spray. Now there's help coming in as well. And there we go. There was no way out.
A worthy sacrifice, though, because, of course, they're able to get B for free. Maybe if they can take out that saved rifle, that would be kind of nice, but maybe not going to be the case. Forrest going to go down. Potential for Tudson. Never walk. Has an idea. Not quite sure of where he's at. But got that.
That's just like, yeah, that's just natural instinct for him to just spray through the wood once he's seen him, rather than swing wide to the right and make himself visible, you know? That's just absolutely classic old instinct of a legendary player. Boros up to 12 and 3. Just running riot, really, at the moment. At the moment, Scriv, the only round that Team Neo have won is that ridiculous 1v1 in the pistol round, so they need to find something from somewhere.
Neo on the jump spot. It looks to be a B hit. I mean, he's got the smoke. It would be kind of the right idea, but wants to go against it for now. In comes the flash. Smoke going to go down, buy some space. Is it a full commit, though? They're not quite sure. Nice little bit of nadage in towards that forest area. Forest, speaking of, is left pretty low here at the back end of the site. The break-in is a bit weird, isn't it? There's smokes everywhere. Boros sees his opportunity. Freiburg going to fall on the rotation. Boros for 2, and that should be the round. 4 on 2. They're very split. Not a chance, team. Maikelele looking so good.
The guy is smurfing. Boros is smurfing against Forrest, Freiburg, Olaf and Neo. It's unbelievable. The kid is insane. And we're going to see a lot more of this guy in the future, I can assure you of that. Our RMR appearance about to come in as well. He's not going anywhere. Finding the retreat. And even Tudson looking for an exit frag gets destroyed by Boros as well. Straight through murder hole. As that position of the map lives up to its name. 15 to 3. KD of 5. Nice.
Nice. Pretty good. Technical pause coming in here, folks, so hopefully not too long of a wait. Try and feed you some information as we get it as well, but yeah, it does indeed happen. We've been pretty good on those throughout the day. Only had 1. So yeah, I can be happy with that. I've had worse days, that's for sure.
Haven't we all? I'm impressed with the level of team play synergy that Team Maikelele have. Sure, they've got the M-Star and Boros, but everything's sort of working as a group right now, and even this sort of round, right, against an M4 and an AWP that can be pretty scary. It still might be. Maikelele's just run out ramp looking for an opening. Olaf using the big green, pushing forward with it as well. That brings back some memories. Ron picks up the Nectar. Unfortunately, he's going to catch Olaf right in the back. But Neo's there from triple to take him down. Forrest could catch one player off guard here. I mean, he's heard the drop in from Maikelele, and he holds the angle perfectly. But it's a 1-for-1 elsewhere. Tudson finding Devilwalk and Mouse finding the trade. Means that it's Mal's 1v2 against Forrest and Neo. 1.6 versus Mouse. Who wins?
They're very split, aren't they? If he kind of guesses correctly here, he should be able to get a safe plant as well. Oh. That might not be the right spot, but they're going to give it to him. Can he make it out? He can. Tetris not a bad spot. They don't have a kit. And you got to smoke. It's not the hardest 1v2 in the world, is it? However, you're up against Forest and Neo, the dynamic duo that pulled off a 2v5 on this very bomb site yesterday, and Mao's just not ready for Forest on the creep. Thought that maybe there was no one on the A-bomb site at all, and Team Neo finally back on the board.
An excellent second. Exactly when they needed it as well. Tends to be the way, isn't it? If you get to 7-1, very rarely see 8-1, do you? It always seems to go 7-2. Seems like an unwritten rule of Counter-Strike. So nice to see these guys having fun with these sort of events. They've played countless thousands of hours of this game. Yeah, events like these still just as fun as when they first picked up any version of Counter-Strike. Nice little window to cat jump coming in there from Team Neo. Getting Olaf into position very quickly. He's made that a few times in his past. But he might not get rewarded for it. Flash will come in. Only blinds half of him though, and right now only one mid, one going back to T-spawn, 2 B-apps and 1 underpass, so Olaf might be waiting a while.
Nice little 1-for-1 in towards mid. That's going to be pretty big for Team Maikelele here. They're still down by a man, especially now that Olaf has found that one, so yeah. Nasty shot. Tudson on the double AWP as well. It's a switch up from Team Neo, and it might be the switch up that they need to close this gap. Looking very good here in round 10. You know where the bomb's at vaguely as well. Presence in towards mid. You can probably guess that both the players are there, so should be good to pick this one up.
Yeah, 4v2 should be fine. 35 seconds to go. Maikelele is very low. Sure he has his AWP, but not much you can do about this one. You're going to leap in, but we'll get caught. Oh, we'll get caught, I say. It's a B-hop no-scope from Maikelele, but unfortunately no more than that. That's a second run in a row for Team Neo. Can they build up a run now? Unfortunately, they've got so many rounds to go to break the economy of Maikelele's squad. Probably need at least 2 more in a row to break the 5k that Miles, Devil Walk and Boris have left over. But they have everything they need to stop that, so you never know.
Nice pick up from Maikelele off the back of the spawn though, so that's what they needed, a quick turnaround and nearly frag. Meanwhile, outside of A, they will hold a nice bit of damage onto Olaf Meister. They've drawn attention away on towards B and presence on A. They're all very confused. It's all part of the plan. Nice little pocket round, in fact, from Team Maikelele. Can they get any more?
Be hard to recover from a 4v5. Boris coming in now from apartments. Has he got the timing? I think he will have heard the pull of the pin of the utility toward default, and he could have some free frags in action again here. The play on the back, does he find him? He does. It's instant. Devil Walk finds Freiburg. Boris finds Olaf, and that's the site cracked open, ready for business. And really, what can Team Neo do about it? Tudson had a line, perhaps underneath the right-hand corner of that smoke and the left-hand corner, but there were just too many players to deal with for the AWP, and Boris is even flanking the saving players here. Perhaps he's going through jungle just to clear it out in its entirety before he checks the other room and connector. And there goes Tudson already. That leaves Forest looking to try and save the M4. Exactly what they need to do in this scenario. There's no chance. Remember the famous Snacks Ninja Defuse on this map? And Crims did one as well from ladder room walking up to B. A couple of classics. It's way too far away. Not those days anymore. People are too careful these days, Scriv.
This is true. We want a bit of danger, a bit of risk. Okay, so Team Maikelele, very solid spot for them. Still looking good. You know, they drop a few rounds, but lead is pretty substantial here, Trav. I'd say it's kind of enough to work with. 8 already on the T side. Big kidding. Another opener coming in. There's the big man changing it up, good. Getting aggressive on B, now A. Lovely stuff.
That's the second significant opening pick he's got so far. And look at Olaf's horrible timing there as he tries to re-smoke Con. Boris just walks in. And that's going to be a sight that maybe many players will see over the next few years. Boris catching you off guard. 5v3, looking to make it 9-3 as well. Forrest gets himself one more. But 3v4. And they're quite disconnected from the sites. They've sort of left Maikelele and the squad just to have full mid control, really. Forrest does have some presence towards CT, more flash connector, but one sort of player checking murder hole, one's flanking T-spawn, but that big T-spawn flank you can see right now from Freiburg might be a bit too long, I'm afraid.
Ooh. Yeah, that's probably going to seal the deal with that one. Team Maikelele looking damn good, baby. Yeah, this is a pretty formidable team. I think they may well have gone away and workshopped a few ideas. Definitely seems like the Mirage is a fan favourite. I mean, it's a bit of a pugger's favourite, isn't it, to be fair? See all those nice little screenshots of 10 Mirage games in a row on Faceit.
Like Inferno, that sort of thing as well these days. It's just the very common high-tier pug map. I love a bit of Vertigo in pugs myself. Maybe not necessarily in the pro scene as much as it is as a pug map, but can be better. He tries to grab the AWP. I think he might be successful in doing that. I tell a lie. Roland's coming from the back. Freiburg will at least get one in response to keep the M4, but the AWP's gone. And Maikelele right now are covering every basis, it has to be said. Everything they're doing is spot on. Boris 18-6. No one is positive on the Team Neo side. And this buy in round 13 is a little bit all over the place. At least they have 3 M4s.
Oh, Devil Walk, big find.
Damn, look at him go.
Yeah,
Coach.
down below, mate, on the entries. Never expect that out of him, necessarily. Rarlan, going to pick up Forrest. Oh, they're running rings now. Looking a bit silly. Tudson. Needed more. It's just Neo, the captain. Not my fault, guys. Not my fault.
The little duck, as if to say, guys, why are you all dead? Come on.
Overrun. It's maybe falling apart a little bit. Yeah. It's not looking good. Double digits going to be hit, and there's still a few more rounds to get deeper than that, even.
Yeah, maybe Team Neo's unbeaten run might finally be coming to an end. Some ticks in chat. Do you think Neo's saying to the boys, come on, guys, I'm saving on B, come face me? That's what I would do,
Maybe.
Especially in a show match.
Would be funny.
Just call for a knife now. Knife only, come on. Aww. Spoil sports.
Yeah, everyone going down. This is a scary scoreline, dude. This is really, really worrying stuff, to be honest. They move off the stronger CT side as well after this, so gonna need to get 5 for my money.
Agreed. And they're left with the FAMAS. 3 of them. Categorically and universally known as the worst rifle in the game.
Well, probably the worst gun in the game, mate. If you thought how much it costs and, you know, the class of weapon it's in and all that. Yeah, I'd say the worst gun. Oh, rolling over them now. They've found the magic. Freiburg and Olof, the only 2 to try and find 5, and now it is just Olof. You know, 5 years ago I'd maybe give it to him, but not today. He will go down. It's 11 and 12 on the horizon here for Team Maikelele.
And very often as well, the thing that's remarkable about Team Maikelele's performance is that I think the last 3 rounds, they've had like at least 3 of their players get at least 1 kill. Which shows that all of them are playing well. Roland's 13, 3 and 7. He is elite for all you Zoomers out there. The very old meme. Classic. That's a leg shot. That's even worse. Boris is going to kill everyone here. Watch. There's 1, 2. Oh, he almost made it 3 and set me up beautifully. Not to be. It's going to be a 12-3 half for Team Maikelele.
Freiburg. Against the world.
Godberg. It's always, I don't know why, it always used to amuse me, you know, when I was getting into watching professional Counter-Strike back in the day, and just seeing the chat spam like Godberg whenever he did something sick, but as soon as he makes like one tiny minuscule error, Botberg.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, the classic
She
chat.
is harsh, Twitch chat. If he'd got that second one, I would have maybe said we were on, but unfortunately not. Now getting crunched and... Ooh, okay, a little crispy. Nice. Maybe we are back on. Maikelele is the spoil sport, of course. 12-3! You'd say that should be enough for the turn of the half, especially moving into their CT side here. A bit of a statement, actually, from Michael and the boys.
Indeed, and look how much money Roland ended the half with after the round victory. He was nearly maxed out at 16k, had like 15,850, which kind of tells you how dominant that was. The question is, can there be a bit of a rebuttal, or is that all we're going to see of group play from Kinguin Legends 2022? This is the final half of the group play. We know that both these two teams are qualified for playoffs. That is confirmed. Who will top group play? That is the question. Who will get the bragging rights of that? We're taking A pretty aggressively. Townsend's going for a peek towards Murder Hole and toward Window. And he does find Maikelele. 5v4. Boris comes through the smoke though and takes Freiburg. And you can play around with that smoke as well to do even more damage. They're not checking it. They're thinking maybe he's fallen back to the connector. Now they realise he hasn't, but he's out of ammunition. And Olaf takes him down very nicely. Mouse gets one, Roland gets one. Hello, they're back into it again suddenly. And Devilwalk has a smoke and a kit. If he gets on that bomb right now, this round's probably an absolutely said and done one. Roland looking for the frag, gets it. There's a player on the bomb. That's Devilwalk. Lovely 3k from Roland. That frag toward jungle was lovely. And it's just everything is going perfect for them, isn't it?
That might be all she wrote, to be honest. They did get the bomb down. That is the saving grace. They can go for a pretty solid force bite. Okay, we see Freiburg get some utility as well, so not out of the question to be getting this round, but the game itself feels like it's starting to roll away, become a bit unwinnable maybe. Maikelele wins the fight. Oh, that AD, it's annoying to pin down, isn't it? Nade onto the players at ramp as well, so really solid start into this round.
Okay, being cheeky, just ADing, making it impossible. Absolutely right, as you say. And of course, back in the recent days of Dignitas, Forest and Freiburg, they would win so many Deagle rounds. It would be called Dignitas, but Freiburg, even though he hits that one, it's just a bit of a consolation kill. Maikelele increases the lead to 14, to 3. And now it's just a formality. Boros just farming up those HLTV stats. Same can be said for Ralen. 2 rounds away from topping group play.
Ralen with the moves, making it up. Oh, he's going to take the fights as well, ruining them. 15 on the horizon. Him and Boros taking over mid. Might even drop the bomb. They do indeed. Oh, isn't this beautiful? This is fantastic Counter-Strike right now. All off Meister. Against 5 with a dig. He needs a Tech 9. Why has he not got a Tech 9 for? He's going to die. And of course, 12 rounds in a row to get it done. And this would be quite the statement here. Our, well, favourite yet to drop a map. And Team Maikelele, who have indeed lost earlier today to Kenny S. Look at this. Going to find a 16-3 perhaps.
We've got the right teams in playoffs. Absolutely no doubt about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic performances. They're looking to finish off today. A fast top mid play coming in, but Boris just holds down mouse 1 to get 2 more, and there's just too many players to find. And just like that, the game's over. A short best of 1, 16-3 for Team Maikelele. Bish bash bosh. They are